Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to the first episode of Tactically Cool Tuesday here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm as always your host, the Ohio Patriot, and for today's Tactically Cool Tuesday, we are going to do a mishmash of things. I just got in a bunch of Amazon orders a couple hours ago, is what it was, and basically a bunch of it were knives. Had a multi-tool in there, got some new bags. Got a couple flashlights in that order too, etc., etc. I'm actually a little bit pissed off at my my Blink doorbell camera because I don't know if it's just the way it's set up with that like backplate thing on it there that it just wasn't able to get like video of the Amazon delivery driver / my my mailman that did the fifth package that was out there today. Or what, because usually my mail doesn't come till like almost 4 o'clock. Like it's between like 3:40 and like 4, give or take. But yeah, for some reason it came today at like 2:50 something. But then on top of that though, the Amazon delivery was like, I hate how they do the windows is what it is, because if it's through Amazon, which this one was the first time it's been through Amazon for a while now is what it is, they'll give you like a 3-hour window is what it is usually. And today it was supposed to be anywhere from like 12:30 to 3:30, and I'm like, okay, so it's probably going to be like 2:30, 3 o'clock then. And no, it was like 1:45 or something like that was when it, or no, sorry, it was like 1:53 is when it was delivered outside today. And I'm like, motherfucker. So it was basically sitting out there for like, or no, sorry, not 1:30. No, it was about one. Let me check my thing again. I thought it was 1:53, but maybe it was 1:37, something like that. It was very early, is what I'll say, and I was literally napping at the time, where if my Blink had actually, seen the person coming, so I'm assuming what happened was they probably parked over there in my parking place, and then kind of just like walked it all around, because I know there's been times where they'll come over this way, like the delivery driver guy came over to this parking lot over here is what it was, and then they would come through, and if they had come through that way and they came through like this, it would have hit the doorbell. Notifications and stuff like that, there was somebody there, but there obviously was not, so they had to have come the other way is what it is. Either that or the way that my thing is sitting, because I know it's like, I know there's like, it's weird how my screen door is, because there's like this big like chunk of screen door that you can see, but you can also see the camera like sort of off to the side a little bit, where it's showing like, obviously there's the ability there to have it be able to see if there's somebody like there, basically. And yeah, I just never gave me a notification base. The only thing I could think is it had to have been the other way around, where they came the opposite way is what it was then. And the same thing probably with the USPS dude is what it was. They probably just pulled their mail truck over there or something like that and just zipped out, and then come over here and we're like, oh, there's already packages sitting here, and we just toss on top of the rest of them is what it is there. So, and the reason I'm pissed about that is obviously, you guys know about the one that was inadvertently delivered to the guy back there is what it was. And then he claims he just put it back down at the box there is what it was. So I don't know. I don't know if that was the truth or not, or if he just jacked the shit. But if he did send it back to the box that time, obviously it was somebody down there that would have swiped it. And so I know there's like a thief in this complex some places what it is. But at the same time, I don't know who it is. And I'm kind of thinking maybe that one was like convenience is what it is, because I know in order for me to leave this place right now and go down there and get my mail, it's probably a good, like, I would say 25 to 35 yards, honestly, like one way. Like it's not a like right there kind of thing. It's quite a distance, honestly. So it's probably like between going there and going back, it's got to be at least probably close to a quarter mile anyway, if not a little bit longer than that even. So yeah, like I almost guarantee it was something like that, where they just, the person that was down there is what it was, saw the package and just swiped it as what it was there at the mailboxes. So, and I'd be willing to bet they're not going to come up here and like just jack my shit, considering I was sitting out there for an hour there while I was sitting inside here. So, and again, maybe people have smartened up to stuff like that, and they're like, oh, okay, it's whatever. But yeah, it bothered me quite a bit actually that my phone did not give me notifications what it is there. So that being said, apparently I guess I'm in like a 30-day like free trial thing from Blink right now. for that, so I got to like figure out a way to like set that up permanently, is what it is, and like pay out like a subscription fee, which is absolute bullshit. Because like that's the thing that bothers me about so many of this stuff right now. Because it's like, hey, I bought your fucking product, dude. Like that alone should cover me. Like if I'm paying like the $30-$40 over the fucking camera is costing, I should be given, a free thing with that for however the fuck long I want it for, is what it is then. Or it should, or even if it doesn't do like cloud storage or whatever the case be, then okay, cool, to make a storage unit for, something else, that's what it is, for just my shit is what it is or something, and let me pay a couple dollars a month or something like that, what it is then, But yeah, it's a bunch of BS is what it is, because I'm sure it's probably going to be like a fucking $100 a year subscription or something crazy like that, is my guess, honestly. Probably more than that even, but anyway. Got a bunch of stuff in though, so that's all that matters. Everything was there as far as I'm aware right now. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 knives that we're gonna go over today. We have a multi-tool, and we got 2, 3, 4 flashlights, and I'm gonna go over a couple bags here is what it is. So I think we're gonna start with the bags actually, just because that way I can have stuff to like throw these into is what it is. So there's actually, I forget what this company is called. I think maybe it'll say it on the bag here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, it's a Evan Carry, EVANCARY, slim day pack hiking bag is what they call these, is what it is. So basically, I got this black one here, and then I got this white one over here. And, well, that's not cool. There's like a mess up in this one. It's like the teeth are not actively correct on this one or something. Like it's not done right or whatever. So that kind of pisses me off already, is what it is. But yeah, these are only, I think this cost about $8.75 or something, give or take. Yeah, you can see now I pulled it up there. There's like a weird like teeth mark thing there. Oh, okay, I guess it just fixed itself as soon as I zipped it then. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's not an issue at all then. At least not yet. So yeah, what's nice about these is, so you got your little one in the front there that's kind of a small piece or whatever. And then you have a secondary one here that again appears to be it's like however they did these, it didn't want to zip up properly or something. Let's make sure that third one is zipped in. Well, third one is like unzipped a little bit. Okay, that's fine now. All right, so then you got your middle one here, which is basically a slightly larger thing for like phones and stuff like that. Okay, so those are the bags. So starting over on this side, I'm going to go to the lights right now. This is actually probably the best one I got of these ones today. This is like multiple of these things I got today were from the deals that 704 tactical guy / 704 gear put up the other day, which was sometime last week. And that's what this pen light is. It was one of the deals he did there. And I'm not going to lie, dude, like seeing this in action was a very nice deal. And the thing I like about this one particularly, I think this was like, it was either 14 or 16 for this, I believe. I think it was like 16. What's nice about this particular light is that it actually has a black light function on it, whereas a lot of them don't have that. Whereas this one does, and it's really nice because of that reason. And obviously you got your light there, and you get your, in the box, you get your little cable, and then you got your instruction manual, and that's what the box looks like. Obviously it's got two different slots in it, so you got your instructions and your cable on one side, and you got your light on the other side. There's what it is. So, see how good this is. The one thing I do appreciate with this one is, I was looking at the what you called it earlier here, and you have all these little like digital dots on the side. So apparently each one of them indicates like 20% or so. And if it's all green, it's obviously 100%. And if it's less than that, it's like 80, 60, 40, etc. So, but yeah, what's nice about this one is you got your flashlight, I believe it's on this side. You got your black light on the other side. And then you can basically use this as like your little like wall light essentially. And what's really cool about the clip on here is that you can basically switch this around like that. And you can do like a 120-degree thing on it. And I'm pretty sure this is actually, I want to say that this actually is metallic. I believe, anyway, at least I think. There, that's what it is. It's the clip pieces metallic here is what it is. So yeah, so if I pop this out like that, you can literally just clip it to the blade is what it is. So it's pretty cool. Don't want to cut myself there. So anyway, let's see how good this actually is here. Nope. So that's the black light piece right there. Oh, okay, that's what it is. So there's two different functions on here. So this side is specifically for the black light there. And there's a secondary one here. That's the flashlight and then the side light. That's cool. I do like that actually, because I was wondering how those work like that. So that's definitely cool. And then you got your charger thing on the other side. There's what it is. But yeah, what's nice about this is you can, apparently with the black light function on this, you can actually look and obviously if you're in a hotel or something like that, you know, you can see if there's like stains on the mattress or anything like that or on the bedspread or anything like that. That's what it is there. And also apparently you can use that to detect animal urine and scorpions and stuff like that outside. So if you're in like the deserts like Arizona or something like that, and, you know, there's like scorpions in the area or in New Mexico or any states like that is what it is. Like it's good to have that for that reason, so that you're not, you know, potentially encountering a scorpion and getting, you know, fucked up by a scorpion is what it is there. So secondly, we have this little clip-on flashlight, which I didn't realize this was going to be this small. Like I thought this was going to be about twice the size. When I opened the package, I'm like, really? That's teeny, man. So go ahead and cut this one open. I'm going to see if any of these other ones need to be. Okay. Yeah, before I open this one completely, I'll just slice some of these other ones open then. That way I'm not wasting time in a little bit. Here's what it is. I'm not sure if that one has a thing. No, that one looks good. Okay. So do it the rest of the flashlights like that. All right, what is this one called? This one is the Zudov 500 lumen clip on flashlight, 10 modes, hands-free, etc., etc. So So you got your charging cable, got your little clip thing there. You got your teeny little flashlight. And then you got two different things here. One is a user manual. The other one is a quick start guide that shows you exactly how to push this on the right way and what this can actually do. So you have a spotlight on, you have a floodlight on, you have two lights, you have both lights simultaneously, and then you can do a red light, a red flashing light, an SOS, and then a red and blue light apparently is one of the functions. So that seems to only be 7 though. I don't know. Some of them lie like that is what it is. Who the fuck knows? But let's try this out and see if it actually works or not here. Okay, that would be the side things. Okay, so we go. Okay, so that's the light. It's the other light. Both lights together. How the fuck do I turn this off then? Okay, apparently you just hold it. So if you do a long press, it should show the red. Okay, there's the blue and red. Yeah, that would be some fucking police lights right there, dude. So don't do that. Okay. So that's just like the all red. And then there's other variations of the red. Oh, there's the SOS right there. So, I mean, it's good to have with you just to, you know, have something as what it is. Oh, okay. So apparently that's what these side things are. They just suck into the little clip things what it is. That's cool. Let's go ahead and do that then if that's the case. Yeah. It's a nice little snap on there. Yeah, I could easily see having that on you, and then you just put it on the side or something like that and just have it be, you know, on your body is what it is there. So unfortunately with that clip on you can't really get it back in this package, but it is what it is. All right, next up we got the, what is this one called? Mini flashlight, 500 lumens, MNX1, and this is from Kuzaning, I think is what the company is. There, so open this thing up here. Alright, you got your little instruction manual, and you got each individual one package in here with, I'm guessing, its own little, yep, got your own little charger thing there, and then some kind of a clip thing as well for it. So that's cool. Go ahead and set those back in there, and then that's what it is. So apparently this one, it's not bad. Yeah, it gives a little bit of light off. Oh, definitely has different modes. Ooh, got a little side light there. I didn't realize that part of it. And then just stop blinding myself with these lights. Like I'm definitely. Yeah, that little clip that's in the bottom of it though, it's for like keychains and stuff like that. You can clip it on your keychain, so that's cool. I think this was around. This was either $9 or $10 for this 2-pack, which is not a bad price at all. And then the last little sets we have right here, this is actually a 2 set of things I got the other day, which are 2 more things that work pros, which are different colorations of it is what it is. The one, I believe, is green, and the other one is some kind of pink, I believe is what it is. The reason I got these is because I'm going to give them away. I'm going to keep one of each, and I'm going to give the other ones away for Christmas gifts is what it'll be. So, it's interesting. It just comes in big packs. So there's your green packs. See if I can pull one of these out or not. I'm trying to figure out how you can open this thing. Oh, there it is. Pull these out. And again, these are just like various pen lights, essentially, is what it is. Oh, that's cool. So they have them actually clipped into the cardboard piece, is what it is. So yeah, so you got the pink ones here, and then you got the green ones here, and then we got, I believe these are pink on this one. Let's see if I can. Trying to open this without busting the pack. Yeah, either like some kind of weird like neon pink coloration or something. So most likely I'll end up handing those ones out to like my niece, my sister-in-law, etc. So but yeah, these are just nope. Does this even have? Apparently these do not come with batteries in them already. Well, that's disappointing. Or do they? Oh, no, they do, I guess. They just had a little red tab in there is why. That's why it wouldn't light up immediately. Yeah, so they do come with the 2 Everbright. So it takes 2 AAAs basically to do this. But it has a little tabby there, so. Alright, now I got rid of the tab thing. I mean, obviously that's a smart way to pack it, just so it doesn't, lose things. Let's see now. Yeah, it's pretty bright. So yeah, it looks like we might have multiple ones. I think it's 2 different settings there. Or maybe it's just one. I don't know. Either way, it's a nice little pen light though. Yeah, again, just something to have with you. So, shit. Of course, one of them just dropped off. Okay, so that's it for the lights right now. Now we're going to move on to knife stuff for the day is what it is. So I got several blades here, but I also got other blades on the other side too, for that matter. And then I have a multi-tool. I think I'll do the multi-tool first, actually. So this is a Flessa 16-in-1 multi-tool. Which, let me grab my knife here so I can pop this off right now. Let's see. I'm just trying to get the. There's a lot of tape on this, apparently. Or not tape, I guess it's like a tab thing, but whatever. Okay, there we go. The reason I got this is because specifically it has a nice little ratchet piece here that can adjust for doing various work jobs. But then also it's got a bunch of other stuff too, for that matter. Let's see if I can pull some of these out real quick here. So you got various other little tool things in here. Got a little sharp. Yeah, I want to say this is like a sharpener thing. I'm not sure what this thing is. And then there is your little saw blade on there. Opposite side, you got a different little knife, which is not bad looking. There is a bottle opener, a can opener on this one, I believe is what it is. And then, ooh, I've seen that real good. And then you got your little different piece of stuff here. And I believe there should be other pieces someplace within this mechanism here somewhere. Oh, yeah, they are. So yeah, so you got your little bit pieces right there is what it is. And that locks into place really nice. And then you got a bunch of different bits on the back of this. And at least one or two of these is for knives. So, and that's the main reason why I got that, is because I think that one knife that I have that's messed up right now, if I am able to use this and the right bit on it, I should be able to loosen the thing out enough to where it actually should be able to pop on its own, is what it is then. And hopefully it'll fix that if that be the case then. So, but yeah, you got anything from, let's see what's in this one right now. So you got a 3/32 little bit right here that's already in it. And then you have, let's see, an H3, an H4, a T6, a T8, a PH00, a PH1, and then something just has a 5, which just looks like it's a little, what you call it, head on it for like flatheads and stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty nice. Like I said, for, you know, I think this was around like 20-something-ish, like 20, 21, something like that. Like, it's not a bad multi-tool for that price, dude, honestly. But anyway. So, yeah. I don't think this particular piece moves, unfortunately. Like, I think it just kind of shifts a little bit or whatever. It might move out of here someplace. I'm not sure on that one. And then, yeah, it just kind of stays together like that's what it is. But yeah, like I said, not bad for, what it is. And from what I figured out, like, Flessa is a pretty decent company. Like, they make some pretty, I would say, like, I don't know if I'd say like super quality, but it's like I would say like budget knives for sure. Because I believe it's like anywhere from like the lowest grade steel you can have to like medium grades and stuff like that's what it is. So set that aside for now. All right, next up we're going to go with this one right here, which is the first of 2 Go Will knives that I got. And I believe that this is the smaller of the 2. This is a company I found on my own, actually, which I'm not sure what kind of steel to use on this. I think it's probably 1440 or something like that. Or 440, I should say. But yeah. And I might end up sending this one back just because it's so small is what it is. And the one thing I do not like about this particularly is it's got a nice scale on this side, but then the opposite side does not have the same scaling as what it is. But yeah, it doesn't even flick out properly. Although it does have a nice little, like, cleaver looking thing to it. I mean, I guess I technically could hold this in my hand, but it's like a 3-fingered grip. So, and I didn't realize till after the fact that it was gonna, like, the main reason I did not cancel the order on this one is because I would have had to cancel all the other knives in it too. But I mean, it's not like terrible. It definitely seems like it's not oiled up though, because even just trying to flick it out of there is not working. So yeah, it's not great. So I ended up sending it back just because of that reason, obviously. But I want to say this was either $6 or $8, I believe. So it's not terribly overpriced, but at the same time, it's, I thought it would be, I didn't realize it was going to be that small is what it is until after I'd ordered it already, what it was. So, and like I said, not having the dual scaling on it kind of pisses me off a little bit. Because I definitely like to have scales on both sides of a knife because it makes it easier to hold as what it is then. So, set that aside for now. Up next, we have an EMTHI, I think that's how you pronounce it, folder here. Which call that? What is there? Well, desiccant pack thing. And the owner's manual there. It's interesting they didn't have any tape on the outside, but the fucking package itself was taped. So this one actually feels pretty good in the hand. I think this might have been a 704 tactical / 704 gear one too, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, that sounded fucked up when that came out. Like I need like a little bit of oil or something on the pivot point or something there. Yeah, not a little bad knife there at all. So. Ooh, man, that definitely feels like it needs oiled up though. Oh, yeah, that definitely does need something on that hinge. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, the scaling feels nice. But that, oof. That just hurts the ear, basically. Yeah, not a bad little blade. I think this is about a 3-inch blade, give or take. So, again, I want to say this is about maybe $8 or $10, so I could understand why it doesn't have, you know, what it needs there for to be good enough. Basically, is what it is. Actually, I might just keep that around just in case. All right, next up, we have a new company that I found called Sternrick. I think it's how I pronounce it. It's a German company, supposedly. Although, as far as I'm aware, it's still made in China like everything else is. Because, you know, you can't just make stuff in their country of origin. Or in America, for that matter. But yeah, I believe this one was under $10 as well. So. And I do believe this was made of. Let me check the listing on this one real quick, actually, while we're here. Because I feel like this was made of a slightly better steel than the 1440 or the 440. I think this might have been like, was either 1428 or it was something else. So, like AW10 maybe or something like that, or AUS10. Let me check this real quick. Yeah, this is 14C28N, I believe is what it is. Yes, okay, so that is what this is. Yeah, and this one was, yeah, it was 10 that had a $1 off coupon on it, so it was actually $9 for this. Huh. I do appreciate them having a little, what you call it, in the package here, so you can actually not get fucked up by the knife or the glass breaker there. Oh, surprisingly, this does have a pretty good point to it. Usually, you don't get that with any kind of the glass breakers on most of these knives that are under $10. This isn't quite, the glass breaker on this one is not quite as sharp as the one that was on that, what do you call it now? The, like K-bar-esque knife that I got the other day. But it's definitely sharper than a lot of the other glass breakers I've had in the past. Ooh, these feel nice, dude. These scales feel real nice in my hand. It's like a smooth texture almost on them. Let's check out how this goes. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't quite give you what you need. It feels like there's definitely an assist there too. You can feel that. Man, that does not want to pop at all. It might just need a little bit of oil. Yeah, it feels like it definitely is like oiled up or something because it is not wanting to fully engage the way it needs to. It does have a good lockup and it is engaged though. But it feels like it definitely needs a little bit of oil in the pivot points and stuff like that. Which again, makes sense when you're talking about a $9 knife. So But yeah, feels decent. Decent little blade shape. Let's where did I put the whatchamacallit earlier today? Yeah, I was gonna grab one of the things I had here so I can cut through the things so I show how sharp these actually are. I cannot seem to locate where I put them now. That is disappointing. Yeah, we'll do sharpness tests on Friday with these. That'll be the case. That's what we'll do for Freedom Friday. We'll just have all these ready to go and just do a bunch of sharpness tests on that. That's part of the stream that day is what it is. So, pocket clip is nice. Obviously, this is a tip down carry. Yeah, it's like it almost wants to engage completely, but not quite. So it definitely needs a little bit of oil in those pivot points, I think is what it is. Okay, there we go. Finally got it. Yeah, not bad. It's got little tabs on the side. That's cool. This actually does feel very good in the hand. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The scaling does feel very nice. So, but yeah, for like I said, $10, 9 on sale with their code off is what it is there. Pretty good deal on that, I would say. Let's see, what else do we have here? Next up, we have the other Go Will knife, which I know is slightly bigger than the other one is. I think this may have, okay, this does have double-sided, no, it does not. It just has one-sided scale again like the other one did. See, again, that's what bothers me. Like, you can put, like, a decent scale on this side, but then you just have a piece of metal on the other side. Like, what the hell, people? Like, you undo the clip, and you put a second piece of good fucking, you know, like a G10 scale or whatever that is on the other side. So, yeah, the main reason I bought this guy is because of it being like that little cool-ass shape on it, which is it's almost like a cleaver kind of Tonto is what I think it is. Like, I'm not sure the actual name of it would be. I'm sure there's a name out there for it, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool looking though. But yeah, like it does kind of bother me to know there's not a second scale on the other side because, again, like the scale feels nice on this side of my hand, but then when I put my fingers around it, you know, like now it's just metal and it's like much easier to slip off then. So that does kind of, and I get like the price point of these are like I think around 10 or so, give or take. God damn, I can't even pop the fucking thing on this at all. What the hell, man? Jesus. Yeah, that is not good. Yeah, and that's another thing, like with that other, if you had like a second scale on the other side, it'd be a lot easier to close that then as well. But yeah, it's like hard to pull that metal up is what it is. Trying to even get this to flick out. God damn, like, there it goes finally. Yeah, these are not great. Like, I will say that for it. Yeah, I could see why these are the price that they are, honestly. I'm disappointed with that one. These may go back, actually, both of them. I like the look of it, but yeah, the practicality is not there is what it is, so it may end up going to, and the fact that it takes like so much force to even be able to pop this over to close the damn thing, because there's definitely something there. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, it's a real pain in the ass, dude. Yeah, I may end up just sending these back on Monday or something like that. That's disappointing. Yeah, again, you know, you get what you pay for, I guess, on that one in these cases. I mean, I've had good success with most of the knives I've gotten from Amazon, but yeah, these ones are not great quality. So, unfortunate. Can't win them all, though, is what it is. So, we have 3 more knives here. We got 2 M-Tech USAs, which is ironic given the fact that they're obviously made in China. And then we got this other one that is a Bally Sail, and this was one of the ones that 704 Tactical talked about. And this box is absolute shit, man. Like, the whole box is pretty much falling apart right now on me. Because it's supposed to open like this from the side, but then you literally can open it like that, basically. So that's not good, man. In fact, you know, we'll just open it like that if that be the case then, since it's able to do that then. And yeah, whole friggin' box just falling apart, basically. So it's pretty pathetic box construction, I guess is what I'd say on that one. That being said, it could be that it's just shitty box construction because you have all the money going into the knife is what it is there, which I'm okay with that, obviously, if that is the case. Yeah, it looks like maybe just, yeah, that's what it was, is the glue was not holding or something on the box is what it is, so it's just a glue issue, basically. Makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, this is supposed to be a G10 handle, D2 steel on this, so. Yeah, not bad looking. I don't know if those are actual G10 handles or not, because I've had other ones that say they're the same thing, but these do not feel quite as good in the hand. Again, kind of like that ret knife that I have before. It's got that, what you call it, kind of carry, and you can't do it the opposite way is what it is, so it's a tip up only, I believe is what it is then. Wait, this will fold in. I think that's what it would be considered then. Yeah, it's a tip up only. I prefer mine as tip down carries personally, but yeah, this one's a tip up. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's like some, huh. Look at this pen layer real quick. I almost thought there was a little bit of rusting or something in there. No, I guess not. It just looked weird. Yeah, not bad. Then you got your little finger groove there if you want to put your finger there as well. So that's cool. So that's similar to that CB Life one I have. This actually kind of reminds me of that CB Life a little bit. Yeah, it's not terrible, but like I said, it's not. I think you can get a better quality knife with that same kind of. Yeah, it's even got that same kind of like issue like the CB Life one had, where it doesn't want to clip in properly because of that. Like you definitely have to put like some force behind that when you're, Jesus, popping it open. Yeah, I feel like I need to put like some oil or something on this one because it definitely feels like it needs something there. Yeah, I can already see the quality on this is not great, just given when you're looking at the, it might have even been sent back by somebody else for that matter, because looking at how this is inside internally right now, let me see if I can get it on camera or not. You can see there's like, it's like right in the like liner lock area there on that, and then like all the way down, it's like not, the finish is basically wearing away is what it is. And I literally just opened this like, what was it, like a minute or two ago on camera. So yeah, not a great look, Bally Song. So anyway, we're gonna save the big boy for last here, which would be my my new ret knife there. There's a fixed blade, and we will open up the M-Techs before we do anything else there here. So got to cut all the tape on these ones. I will say the only upset I will get MTech is that they actually put 4 pieces of tape on their boxes to keep the box completely enclosed. But yeah, so this is the first of 2 that we have here. And I believe these are kind of the same, but they're different colorations and stuff on there. And I did appreciate this one because this is going to be one of the first ones I have of these, which is that weird, like neon purpley coloration. I forget what the actual thing is called there, but yeah, it's got that nice little finish to it on the whole thing. It looks kind of cool like that. So, and I believe this was like 8 or 9 maybe. So not too bad. This is, doesn't even say what kind it is here. Yeah, it just says stainless steel on it, so I'm assuming this is a 440 steel is what it is. But even still, like, it's not terrible. Yeah, again, just a little beater knife is what it is, basically. A little something extra to have, maybe something to eventually give to, you know, that kid in the family that you like a niece or a nephew or something like that. That's their like first knife or something like that, and they can be like, "Oh yeah, Uncle whoever gave me this knife," or Aunt whoever gave me the knife. So, yeah, that's pretty much what that's for, obviously. And then I believe the other one is a similar look to it, except it should be blue, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But let me check on that just to be sure on this. Yep. Okay. So yeah, it's basically the same knife, but it just has a blue finish to it. There is what it is. It's like an ice kind of blue. So yeah, not bad, not the greatest, obviously, but like I said, I think these are both under $10, so they definitely have a better flipping than the other one. Surprisingly, this is actually able to open better than the other one was for that Bally Song one. Just trying to see what this is on here. MT-A2016BL. So I'm guessing that's the kind of steel they're using is what it is. Which I would assume it's like a 440 grade or something. Or maybe like 1411, I think is what the other one is. It's like right above that. So that's one of those two. And then finally, the piece à resistance for the day here is going to be this ret knife. And that is my stomach growling right now, so which means we need to finish up this whole thing because I need to go get something to eat pretty soon because I have not eaten pretty much all day as it is. And then finally, we got the ret knife, which is a little fixed blade. Has this crazy, like, dangly piece on it there, which makes sense because it's like right by the knife in front of it. There is what it is. So, and then you got your little bit of jimping there is what it is, and then you have this is basically a saw. Like you can definitely tell it actually is sharp. So you can reverse this and use it for like. That makes sense why they have the extra like length there because then if you're using that as like a saw blade to like cut through like a tree or something, like you would definitely want that for that reason. Got your little lanyard hole in the back there is what it is. This doesn't feel too bad in the hand. It definitely feels a little odd, I guess is what I'd say, just because of how it's like the design of it is. It's purposefully finger grooved, I believe, to keep your hand in place is what it is there. And I think maybe that's what's throwing my grip off is what it is. because of that. But yeah, not too bad on that. And then you got multiple different like blade lengths is what it looks like on there, where you got like a backer blade, and then you got like an upper blade is what it is, more of a Tonto cut there is what it is. So yeah, not super bad, not as, I don't think this is as good as their folders, honestly, if I'm being honest with myself. Like, I prefer their folding knives personally. But yeah, like I said, not super bad. I will have to, I'm gonna go on the farm here in a couple of weeks. I'll take this with me and try it out and see if I can, cut down some branches or something using the little saw piece on this one is what it is. So again, just like some of the other sheaths, this one has something to be desired about it, because the sheath in question here, you definitely have no inside of it to basically have this be staying in place properly. And so you're basically going to have it be able to cut through the nylon eventually. I believe what's going to happen there. So that does kind of bother me on that one, because again, also, yeah, like right there, you can just have it be falling loose basically. Whereas if these companies actually put another, and the thing is, I'd be willing to pay an extra $1 or $2 if they would actually put like something in there to, lock that in place properly is what it is. Because the thing is, I believe this was actually, I think this one costs like 11 or 12 or maybe even 13 or 14 for that matter. So the fact that you have, yeah, let's see, what was the price on this one? This is, let me see here. Yeah, this was 13, and when it's not on sale, it is 16. This is also a 440 steel on this one, by the way. But yeah, the fact that like you're charging over $10 for it, you're not putting like an actual liner thing in there to keep it tight in the actual sheath is kind of a little bit irritating, honestly. Especially when you can have, Walmart do the same exact thing for under $10, and they have their little thing in there is what it is. Because I got one of theirs that has a similar sheath to this one recently, and it was $9, and it had a little like piece of plastic thing in there to like keep it locked in place, basically what it is there. I'm not sure what the actual thing is called, like a sheath insert or something like that, I guess it would be. So yeah, it's kind of irritating to know that this is like almost $5 more expensive, and it does not have that function on it then. So yeah, it definitely does kind of hit fucked up. Like I said, I might send a couple of these back if that'd be the case. Then this may be one of them, even just because of that reason. So time will tell. I'm definitely, I think, going to send those Go Well ones back though, because those are just not good, man. Like they just weren't. Like they were just mediocre at best, and yeah, they just did not work out the way they needed to. So. But anyway, other than that, that's pretty much where we're at for the day right now. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it on this one. I'm sure NEA is probably going live at this point. I would say overall for the knives that came in today specifically, I'm thinking maybe honestly this guy that literally just fell out of the package as I pulled the stuff away. But yeah, I think this spring assisted one for under $10 was probably the best deal of the day, honestly. Whereas, some of the other ones that are like 10, 12, 15, whatever it was, were not anywhere near as good. And like I said, pretty disappointing in general. When it comes to all the flashlight things I got today, I think honestly, the one I personally liked the most would have been probably the most expensive one of all of them, which is the Work Pro there that has the actual Like it has the dual turn-ons, and one is specifically for detecting fluids and stuff like that. And obviously scorpions, because it's a UV/black light is what it is there. So, which is really nice on that one. And I guess technically, if we lived in a world with vampires and stuff like that, you could potentially have that be, a deterrent against vampires is what it is. So I'm not saying we don't live in that world, honestly, because we could. You never know, man. But, nobody can honestly tell me that there's not vampires out there. Because, obviously it's not going to be like they're announcing themselves to the world if they're trying to, feed on humans and stuff like that. You're just going to have a couple people go missing every so often is what it is. And then it'll be then people, getting whatever. There was an interesting story, actually, years ago that I heard. And it was, I forget if it was Monsters and Mysteries in America or what it was. It was one of those kind of shows like that. And it was basically talking about this guy talking a lot of shit about vampires. And I believe it was New Orleans there. And then he ended up going to the French Quarter and like hanging out for a little bit or whatever the case be, and was like still talking shit or whatever. And this was like the early days of the internet, so it would have been maybe like 2000 to 2002 place, and there's what it was. So like 23, 24 years ago now. And all of a sudden he just up and disappeared one day is what it was. And people had no idea what the fuck happened to him. And everybody's like, where did this guy go? And somebody's like, the vampires probably got him is what it is. And sure enough, like that was the running theory for like many, many years now is what it is, because the guy never did come back is what it is. So everybody just thinks maybe the vamps got him is what it was there. He's just pissed off, like if there's like a single vamp that like lives in the French Quarter area there or whatever the case be, that one just got his ass is what it was for talking shit is what it was then. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised by it, honestly. Nothing would surprise me more, honestly, if there was like, if it came out tomorrow that like vampires, werewolves, pretty much any supernatural creature you can think of existed. Like I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. So, but anyway, so that was it for today's Tactically Cool Tuesday. This will probably become a regular thing, honestly. I mean, I'm not going to keep buying a bunch of stuff, but we'll just do these as like maybe like a 10 to 15 minute stream in the future, where it'll be like one knife or one, EDC piece of gear or something I go over or something like that's what it is. So it all depends, Let me know, leave comments, get a hold of me, whatever the case be. Let me know what you guys want to do or what you want to see me do is what it is in the future. And we'll just go from there is what it is. Hell, if you want me to use that Flessa multi-tool to fix a knife or something like that, let me know about that one. I'll just do that on camera. Is what it is for 15, 20 minutes. What it is then. So, anyway. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of disappointed in that ret knife for sure. I was expecting more from that fixed blade, given that, their quality on their folders is pretty decent for around the same price point, maybe a little cheaper even. So, the fact that it was not great is very, very disappointing, honestly. So, honestly, going back to those Go Will knives, that little teeny one that I could get a 3-fingered grip on, that'd probably be the kind of knife you'd have for like giving to some dude that has like dwarfism or something like that. So it's like, here's your little midget knife, and it's like their full size hand is what it is then. That'd be like a mini me kind of knife or something like that's what it is then. So. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. Like some of these definitely you can tell like the quality in them is not great, especially when they're using like what seems like pretty quality material anyway. So, and like I said, I think really what it is that some of them just need to have a little bit of probably oil put in them is what it is there. So I'll probably just take some of that 3-in-1 and do a little dab on Q-tip like I've done before, and then just do it in these pivots and stuff like that's what it is, and see if that doesn't help them. Because some of these definitely need something, but yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out later what it is. So, but at some point here in the next few days, or maybe next Monday is what it'll be, I'll end up going to Wally World then. a grocery trip, and then I'll probably end up, if I can find them there, I'll pick up the those new knives that came out there, which would be the Valor and the Sonder. And I'll do my own review on those ones because I do want to check those out and see if they're any good or not. I know people are talking good things about all of them, about pretty much all three of them, but like I said, I only like those particular two is what it is there. So my personal opinion is $20 should get you a decent knife. It shouldn't be over that, honestly. I was watching a stream, or not stream, I was watching a YouTube short earlier today even, where this guy was talking about this knife he had gotten. He's like, oh yeah, it has the ability to like change out the knives and stuff because it has the little tabs on the sides of what it is there that you can like basically take a different knife screwdriver piece with is what it is there, like a little bit or whatever, and change it out to like different blade length or different blade styles. So you have like, I think it's like a drop point, a Tonto, and then I forget what the third one was. And the thing was, it was like a $73 knife, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I could literally buy 3 knives for like half of that price, and they'd probably be just as good a quality, honestly. So, now granted, they might not hold up as long, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and spend like 70 plus fucking dollars for a knife that has like 2 blades that aren't even attached to it that I can switch out, but then I have to like keep someplace so I don't lose them. Is what it is then. And that's another thing too, by the way. It's like, God forbid, you lose those two other blade lengths to that knife or whatever it is, so now you're just fucked. Is what it is then with whatever's in the knife at the time is what it is there. So yeah, like there's zero reason for that to be like 70 something dollars. But anyway, yeah, like I said, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'm gonna go check out and see if NEA has gone live or not. And if he hasn't, then I might just take a nap for a little bit because I am pretty tired right now. And I'm not feeling the greatest, so these stupid fucking trains kept coming through last night between like, it's probably about 10:30 and like around like 7 a.m. this morning, give or take. Like, it wasn't like constantly again, but it was like basically there's maybe like 10 or 12 in that time period. But the problem is that they came like just infrequently enough to where it's like once you're trying to get sleep or whatever the case be, and then it's just like all of a sudden you have some fucking dickhead at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever it was then, just being like, and then the ones at like 6:15 this morning, give or take there, I think there was 2 different tracks going at the same time because it was like this side and then it was like over there someplace, and I think it was 2 different dickhead conductors being like, and I'm like, fuck both y'all, man, for real. So I really fucking hate this place so much is what it is. I really wish I'd been able to find a better apartment building than this place is what it is, dude, because holy shit, man. Or even like a house for rent for that same price or something, because, yeah. These trains are going to drive me insane by the time my lease is up next April. So, anyway. But yeah, on that note, I appreciate everybody that was in here today. A lot of new names here. I assume you guys found the stream because it was the Tactically Cool Tuesday is what it was there. Who knows? I could be wrong about that one, but either way, it is what it is. We will be back this coming Friday for sure, for Freedom Friday. And other than that, I don't know if I'll be doing any other streams this week or not. I may just wait until Friday. I got a couple other blades coming in and various things in the next few days. Here's what it is that I'll probably just wait to do on Friday's stream or nothing else. I don't think, maybe I'll wait until next Tuesday even to do another one. I don't know. I don't really want to wait a week, that's what it is. If I already have them on hand for a couple days. So we might just, what I might do is I might just go over them and then we'll go like into further spec on the next Tactical Tuesday is what it is, or Tactically Cool Tuesday is what it is. So, and then we'll just go from there basically. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I think the next few of these, that'll be the next stream for this particular title. And then going forward for episodes 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. there, I'll probably just do like individual shorter streams. It'll be like 15, maybe 20 minutes in length, and we'll just simply cover like one particular thing, whether it be, one knife or, maybe like one light or something like that's what it is there. And just, go and do like the specs of it and ins and outs and like, okay, this is good for this, but not for that. And, like, yeah, the throw of this is, what it is because it's a pen light or whatever the case be, or it's like, like it's a $10 knife, like, it is what it is. So, and then see like what the failure points potentially could be on it, obviously it is. So, but like I said, it's one of these things where it's like, it's a way to figure out like what's good and what's bad, basically. And unfortunately, when you go down that rabbit hole of Amazon, like you can start tacking up a lot of money really quick. And yeah, unfortunately, that's what I did here is what it was. So I ended up having to recoup some of that just on principle is what it is, knowing that, like I said, a couple of these are not as good as I thought they were going to be. And yeah, I'm very disappointed. I think I'm honestly the most disappointed with this guy right here, just because, like I said, like you got a nice like this is a really nice like G10 scale on this side, and then there's nothing on the other side. Like, what the fuck, dude? And like that's the problem right there, because then you have that like where it actually hooks in, and you got to like pop up to like close it up. That's where like the point of like essentially failure is on this knife, is because you have no extra scale on the other side, so you can't have like a decent liner is what it is then. So yeah, it's very, very disappointing on that one for sure. And like I said, I think they could have easily made a much better quality knife had they just added the second scales what was there. So, but it is what it is. And like I said, if anything else, I'll just send this one back. And like I said, just get my money back for what it is then. So, but yeah, for me personally, the Go Will knife, not good. Neither one of them was. So, yeah, I would say save your money on that one. Spend it on something else. I've shown you guys there's a lot of good flesses out there. There's a couple decent rets out there that are folders. A few other things here on this table even today that's around that same price point. You need a pen light. You need, multi-tool. Like, you're better off going in that direction, honestly, is what it is, than spending, like I said, $10, $15 on that little crappy knife there is what it is. So, but it is sad when you have a company that just doesn't put enough quality into the knife is what it is there for that price point, which I would have been, like, truthfully, on what the Go Will here is what it is, I would have been willing to pay another couple dollars if they had done double scales on that. But the fact you have a single scale on one side that's really nice looking, feels good in the hand and everything like that, but then you do nothing on the other side. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me, honestly. It's like they forgot like the basics of, consumerism, I guess is what it is. So who knows, man? But either way, it is what it is. But I'm definitely gonna use this Flessa multi-tool a bunch tonight is what it is on different stuff, and then probably tomorrow too for that matter. And yeah, we'll see how that works out long term is what it is, and hopefully it works out pretty well. So, but other than that, that's where I'm at for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed this first Tactically Cool Tuesday, and I will be back, like I said, on Friday for Freedom Friday, and most likely, as long as Hana does a chat later tonight, we will be on the Apolitical Biker 2A Tuesday chat there, where we'll talk about hopefully guns this time instead of just random bullshit like we usually do. So, because there is a lot of, gun news out there right now, so it is, it should be discussed. So, anyway, but yeah, other than that, if you want to check us out on other social media sites, we are on X quite a bit, and I would say actually exclusively on X at this point, because we don't really use much of anything else on there, and we don't have any other pages on like Facebook or anything else like that. So there you go. So I will check that out, and I will give you an updated email address from me, because that one that you sent it to is one that I don't really use all that frequently anymore. So There's other ones I check more daily or every couple of days is what it is, versus that one I'll check maybe once a month or so. But anyway, so yeah, I'll check for that email, and I will give you another email address for me then, buddy. But other than that, it's been fun. It's been real. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I will be back, like I said, a couple days from now for Freedom Friday. And other than that, stay safe, stay vigilant, always be carrying, always know where your exits are, and who is potentially a threat to you and your family. Peace out, y'all. Later.